Hey guys, Static Slayer here, and this is going to be my review for, or it's going to be a dual review today for the One Piece chapters 785 and 786. I missed 785 the week it came out, and yeah, I've been pretty busy the past 2 weeks, so I'm able to do this today, and hopefully for when the next chapter of One Piece comes out, I think Thursday morning, I'll be able to do it on this Friday. That's my day off from work and school. Well, not really from school, but it's an easy day. Um, so anyways, to kick it off, the chapter 785, it's titled Even If My Legs Were Broken. And like in the last chapter when Gear Fourth just got like pretty much introduced, Luffy was wailing on Doflamingo, and Doflamingo just couldn't see any of this coming. And Luffy was just knocking him around with ease, like, and people all around looking like, whoa, is that ball of rubber beating up Doflamingo? Nobody knows who he is, and they're all like, I don't care who he is. That's our best hope for victory. And then even in the sunflower fields, you have Cavendish and Law just sitting over there, and they're like, Cavendish is like, did you see that straw hat? He's become a lot stronger. And then Law's like, so he's got something up his sleeve like that, but he's using a lot of hockey. And before I go further off that, I think when he means using a lot of hockey, I mean like I don't think there's a limit on the amount of hockey you can use, but I think it's obviously definitely a strain on your body, in that, and when you're straining your body like that, it can't be good, and this might end up being worse of an effect than Gear 2 had on him, or Gear Second, when we had his life force kind of getting taken away a little bit. And Jesus Burgess, he's just sitting there watching all this happen, and he's getting really hyped, and it looks like he wants to go take out somebody. He's saying, should I wait or should I go? He's clearly waiting for something certain to happen to be able to go over and take him out, or take somebody out. But Koala's sitting there keeping an eye on him. And then we go back to the Corrida Coliseum and everybody over there like Viola and Hack. And then we see the Tontatas taking out the factory. Um, in I'm sorry, Frankie, in one of these panels, he says the outer walls of the factory are made of sea prism stone, so there's no way the strings of a fruit user could cut it. So he said, look, it's being swept along now. So that makes sense why a lot of the stuff isn't being cut. Maybe a good amount of things are made out of sea prism stone, and obviously it cancels out devil fruits pretty well. So Zoro says he's gonna go stop the strings. It could buy us some time, and I'd very much like to see that, but I just really can't see Zoro, even though we haven't seen his full power yet after the time skip. I can't see him cutting these strings, especially what we've seen out of Doflamingo. He's really impressive. He's like one of the best fighters we've seen, and even after the Gamma Knife, he's still being able to just jump around, and, well, not really jump around, but take this beating as well as he's doing right now. And there you go, we have Doflamingo kind of explaining stuff to us in her mind. He's saying, using the elasticity of his own armor and giving himself free control over it, a combination of rubber and armament, So he's basically explaining how the armament hockey's combining with the rubber and becoming a good little fighting tool for Luffy. And then one of the moves I was waiting to see ever since I seen Gear 4th was a bazooka version of that, and he kind of does that. I'm not sure if this is the actual name, or did I think I said something wrong. 1 second. Yeah, this one wasn't like the bazooka, I'm sorry. This one was just like a punch of both his hands, the double cavalry cannon, and strings just came up out of the ground, and it was a little confusing. And one of the best things I just got foreshadowed for the future is the awakening of devil fruits that Doflamingo explains, and basically everything in the area is basically being turned into strings by Doflamingo, because String Man. And he said, if your powers have awakened, it doesn't only affect you, but the things around you as well. So that makes me wonder what it'll be like for Luffy if when he gets it awakened. Is And Luffy even says, "Oh my gosh, it's like he's not even a Paramecia anymore." So it's pretty much like he's a Logia type. And 20 minutes after that, you just see people like telling people that they still need to run around, and there's like it's all gonna be okay. They just need to do it for 10 more minutes. Um, so King Riku gives a speech. He's telling everybody, he's like, "Don't give up. Everybody run around. We can still survive and take Dressrosa back." Pretty much saying the only one on Doflamingo's side that is still alive is Doflamingo. So he tells everyone to please live, and there's always going to be hope. And then the move I was saying I can't wait to see was the Gear 4 variation of the Gomu Gomu no Bazooka. He does a Leo Bazooka, which is it just like Doflamingo, he blocked it, but it still hit him pretty hard, and he flew like pretty much across the map and landed against a building. He's kind of like imprinted into it now, and it looks like at this point it looks like Luffy won, but seeing as how we've already read both chapters, I'm sure some of you have, he clearly didn't, at least not yet. And then the second chapter, 786, is titled Gats, and the cover page for this one is weird though. The cover page didn't go over it in the last one, but the cover page in this one, it shows Law and Luffy and a monkey fighting over bread, I believe. And I just thought that was kind of funny and quirky. Anyways, this chapter starts off showing Doflamingo imprinted in the wall still. People just looking around in awe. They're like, did he do it? But Luffy was like, okay, this is enough. I gotta go get one more hit in. He's not done. He can't be. And then on his way, he starts flying towards him. He goes like and goes down because he does not have the energy to get there. Anyways, he's just completely exhausted, smoke coming around his body, can't move. And Jesus Burgess sees that, and he's like, "Oh, time to make my move. I gotta go get rid of Straw Hat." So he starts going down, and it seems like one of the only people to notice it is Cavendish and Koala. But Koala calls in Sabo. And pretty much we learn that Doflamingo isn't alive. I mean, isn't dead. He gets up with ease. He smiles. And how the hell is this dude's glasses still on? Maybe the key to beating Doflamingo is to break those glasses. Because if you break those glasses, I feel like his whole soul and body will be shattered. Anyways, the dude from the Coliseum Gats, he grabs Luffy. He's basically asking, is there anything we can do to help? And then Luffy says, oh, I need 10 minutes. After I use Gear 4, the Pound Man, I can't use my Hockey for 10 minutes. And, at this point, you need Hockey to beat Doflamingo completely. And Luffy makes a promise that if he gets those 10 minutes, he will defeat Doflamingo. So Gats gets like the whole gladiators that were previously against Luffy and on Doflamingo's side to team up and go up against him. And everyone starts apologizing, saying they shouldn't have let the money get to them. And they're all going to go on Luffy's side. And then here comes Jesus Burgess. He comes in saying his weird laugh. It's like, wee ha. Super weird. I imagine it sounds super weird from him. And he says, die, Straw Hat. Everyone looks all completely scared. And I think in a different translation I read, he says, not only does it say die, Straw Hat, but he says your Gomu Gomu no fruit is mine for the taking. But then you have Sabo come in and just, I can't tell if he kicked him or if he hit him with his pipe, but either way he knocked Jesus Burgess the hell out of there. And I think next chapter we're gonna see Sabo fight and like be that presence that helps Luffy for the next 10 minutes. And that sums up the chapter review for both of those two. 785 and 786. Two pretty solid chapters are good to have, and well, now there's no more speculation on what the downside of Gear Fourth is. So now that we have that, we'll know how we know why he didn't just go into it straight in the beginning. There's a time limit on it, and once the time limit is up, there's a time that he can pretty much be useless for the time after he uses Gear Fourth. And hopefully in the future he'll be able to train to stop that, and just the same way he stopped being able to go into Little Luffy after Gear Third. And I think Gear Second's effects were a little bit weakened. Anyways, that completes this review, and both chapters I'd give a 9 out of 10. Sometimes I do a rating out of 5, sometimes a rating out of 10 when I can't decide. But two really, really good chapters, and I can't wait to see what Oda has in store for us on Thursday. Hopefully there wasn't a break. I don't think there was. Yeah, it looks like everything should be on schedule to go unless it's a surprise break again. I hope not. Crossing my fingers. Yeah, but if you're watching this video, just leave a like if you want, and hopefully I can get you to subscribe, and I'll be more on time with videos in the future. And thank you for watching. Static Slayer out.